hopefully what people get out of our film is that it's a fun world with interesting characters that requires creativity and imagination, and it's just a wonderful way to spend time.
So my first game of Dungeons & Dragons was with this cast, which is an incredible privilege. Before we started filming anything, we sat around a table. We had a Dungeon Master from Wizards of the Coast who pretty much look after and made this game. And it's a natural place for actors to hang out. It's a great big game of improv, but with magic and dragons and stuff. So you're just thinking like the wildest, most magical thing you can do, and then you pass it on to the player next to you. That player's Chris Pine. He's so sharp, so witty that it gets even more wild and magical. He passes it to Michelle Rodriguez, it gets so chaotic. And that is the energy that we took onto set when we made this movie. And I think the thing that I'm most passionate about is that Dungeons & Dragons isn't about dungeons or dragons or magic. Like, that's all there. But it's about that feeling of sitting around a table and just getting creative and playful with your mates. And that's what we made a movie about.
Yeah, we have two sets of people to please, and we have to please them.
So everyone has their own
When John and Jonathan introduced me to the script, it all came back to me. Just being young and like role playing and how it stretches out your imagination, it made me understand why it's been around for 50 years,
Yeah, I think so. I would like to say so. I really was attracted to Simon's self-deprecation. I think that's something that a lot of people deal with. Like, they use it as a mask to hide their insecurity. So I thought that was really interesting and relatable. I had just worked with somebody who I won't name who that is, but I worked with someone who was like that, so I had like a fresh reference when I went into this project. So yeah, I would say I delved in as much as I could. Yeah. I think life is funny, so I think every movie has to have some form of comedy, but what I like about this movie specifically is that there's lots of humor throughout the film. That's the same spirit of the game. You want to embrace humor as much as possible when playing D&D. You want to make your friends laugh. But John and Jonathan also did a really good job of imploring heart, imploring sincerity. And I think that's always important for these kind of bigger blockbuster films. The audience needs something to relate to. It can't just all be like spectacle and laughs. It has to be something grounded.
Yeah, I mean, I think people hopefully will refine some of the magic and joy and innocence in them. I think one of the best things I've seen written about this is that it's the best 90s movie never made. It's like an old-fashioned adventure film, and whichever way your playfulness comes out, whether that's in your day-to-day life, whether that's D&D, whether that's wherever else you're playing, that's what I hope folks want to do with this movie.
I confess to not having played it before. I did a lot of research. At one point, I think I had about 14 or 17 tabs open on my internet browser, just kind of immersing myself in the world. And it was, what a world it is, what a universe. And the boys, I think, have done such a great job of bringing it to life. And I really hope fans, and also people who haven't played the game before, don't know a lot about it, get a real kick out of it, as I did making it.